problem we've got this year in this orchard is that this crop of Victoria plums has set very heavily. What we need to try and do is make sure that all the plums are at least 40 millimetres in diameter, and if we leave them as they are, we will end up with fruit which is only half the size it needs to be, and it will be unsaleable. So what we need to do is go through and just grab off the surplus as quickly as possible, and we're going to try and space them out so that we've got 3 fingers width between every plum on average, which is quite difficult to achieve because on some trees you've got gaps on the branches with no plums at all, and so we have to leave them heavier and hanging more heavily in other places, so it's an average really we're looking for. But on this branch here, which is really quite heavy, you can just go through and just strip them off by the handful, and that is about how we need them. Oh dear.
So you usually spend what, a couple of weeks or?
Usually about 3 to 4 weeks. Sometimes it can be 6 weeks because there's quite a lot to do. And then we do the plums, then we move on to the apples.
And how do you like it?
It's not too bad. There's worse things, I guess. At least I get to work outside.
We could do with a few more people in the orchard though. I'd like to have half a dozen people thinning at the moment rather than 4, but I think we've possibly got 1 or 2 new recruits starting in the next few days, I'm hoping. This is one of the heaviest blocks, and there's more thinning to do here than pretty much anywhere else, and it will have taken us 2 days to do an acre.
So this is a massive amount of work.
It is. It's a costly job. At the moment we've got 5 students working for us. They've just finished university looking for a bit of ready cash, so the time is quite good from their point of view, and it works well for us as well, but it is a costly job. They're full-time at the moment, 40-hour week, so it's costing £250 a week per head. We'll have spent about £6,000 on the labour for thinning by the time we finish. But if we don't spend the money, the crop's worthless, basically.
My name's Remy. It's my first week this year, but I've been working it on and off for about 5 years now. It's really good. It's so nice to be outside, especially in the summertime, to be outside working. I know people that work in the city, work in London, and they're just walking around in suits the whole time, sweating. And it's really fun because we'll do it together. And then we will have a lunch break together. It is really nice. It's such a nice way to spend the summer, I think.
I'm Charlie, student from Trent University. It's my summer job. I come back every summer. I've been doing it the past few years and thinning for Tim. I'm friends with Tim's daughter, so I got the job through her. And then since then I just come back and do it, because he usually needs quite a big team to do it, so get it done as quickly as possible. All our friends work here, so and I've known Tim for quite a while. He's a nice boss, which you don't get that often, so that's alright.
I'm Ollie. I live in a village just a few miles down the road called Foxton. Most of the time it's alright. When it's raining it's not so nice, and when it's really hot it's also can get a bit tiring, but generally when the weather's like it has been today, it's nice.
Hard work?
It's quite hard work, yeah. I certainly feel it when I get home, standing on my feet all day.
So it's a bit different from being in uni and
definitely, yeah, definitely.
I'm just sharing a tree with Hubert, who's come all the way from Poland to join us. He's been with us for about 2 weeks. He comes from a little village called Kashivin, which is just south of Poznan. How many years have you been coming here, Hubert?
I don't know, maybe it's 4 times.
4 times? Yeah.
Probably.
So what are you studying?
Chemistry. Chemistry in Poznan University of Technology.
But how do you get on with all your English co-workers?
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yes, I like it because when I speak something correct to me and they teach me all the time. I don't have a lot of time to learn to English, so maybe I stop talk.
Okay, thanks.
We cut back the grass in the orchards to keep the orchards looking tidy, but really, more than anything, it's to reduce the vigour of the grass so it doesn't compete so much with the fruit trees. And it does keep the weeds down as well, but grass will outgrow all the other broadleaf weeds. It's not so much a job, it's a lifestyle really. This is the day job, and you kind of get used to it. It's a bit frustrating at times, it's a bit of a gamble. But there's plenty of worse jobs out there, that's for sure. On a day like this, it's actually quite pleasant. You're out in the sunshine, there's no one else telling you what to do. It's me telling other people what to do, which is a lot easier than being told what to do myself. These really are a fiddle, these apples. If you're thinning copses, this would go over twice as fast. Further afield, nationally, people have kind of forgotten what the real green gauge should taste like. There have been so many imports, especially in the last sort of 2 or 3 decades. And a lot of the imports really aren't the same. They look very similar, but they're just not the same. They don't have the same genuine green gauge flavour.
You've got your new crew here? You've got your crew from Poland?
We've got a crew of 15 today, and of which I think 12 are new recruits. But yeah, they seem to be shaping up all right. But it's not an easy bit of picking really. They're very high trees, quite straggly trees. So it's actually the worst bit of picking they're going to encounter, and it is their first day.
I am just weighing up the fruits that the pickers are picking and stacking them up, so at the end of the day we can put them all in the back of the van and take them back to the farm.
Right.
And then they'll be sent off to market, all sold in the farm shop.
Green gages have been grown in Cambridgeshire since the 1800s, I would think. People in this area don't need re-educating really, because they're still well known as a speciality. But it's when we send them over off to the wholesale markets, if they happen to clash with the time when there's a lot of imports, yeah, they do struggle. They don't sell as well as they should do. They've become too high, basically. Just to make picking easier, we're just lopping the tops so they're reachable with these step ladders.
Everyone picking, we start 8 o'clock, and to be honest we will work, I don't know, to 5. And we pick today green gages, the green one, and the picking is for me easy because every plant looks the same. Full bucket is 2 tray, and I don't know, 50 tray for one day.
How much is that for you?
For how much?
For 50 trays.
I don't know, it depends of team. What is the price for one tray?
I just finished a year ago. Was here a year ago also, but I missed the plum picking. I came here after the apples season. I had like 1 week of picking apples, and then we started juicing all those stuff. Just for 2 months.
So you know the whole process now?
Yeah, of juicing, yeah.
And you obviously you enjoy coming back here?
Yeah, sure. It's easier here. I mean, if you work here like for even minimal wages, and you come back to our country, it's like you can live 3 months, you can work 3 months here and live 1 year there, so it's really easier.
How many trays?
706. Yes. Oh. Yeah, good. Because we've most of the pickers, it's their first day's picking really. So yeah, it was good. Very good day.
Brother, everyone have water.
It's been the same in Melbourne.
Forget.
my 10th season now, picking the Vicks. I used to work for Tim full time, but since then I've gone off and done other stuff. But he always manages to draw me back for the Vic picking seasons. Yeah, I mean, what I love about it is that they've been doing it here for for so long, and it's pretty much done the same as it was then. Kind of feel a real attachment to the past like that, which I love. So yeah, it's good.
So when? Because I can't see where I'm going.
How are they looking at the moment?
Well, see for yourselves. Got a really nice sample, really nice blush and everything. They're coming off good size, exactly what you want. Really good for market. So that'll sit in cold store until the market's ready to buy.
Beautiful looking fruit.
Yeah, really delicious.
Are you eating a few?
Yeah. A lot of the Kent boys don't tend to put as much effort into their thinning, and then as a result they don't get as good a crop, which is why Tim was able to get a good price for stuff on the market, although maybe not as good as he'd like.
Yeah.
We grow around 25 acres of plums, of which at least 15 acres are Victorias. So that is where the main market is for us.
Only sort of 10 minutes away from the farm shop, so I'll just... Yeah, that'll be fine.
We grow a lot of Victorias for processing, quite a lot for the wholesale markets, especially down in London, Spitalfield, Western International, Covent Garden some years. So that is our biggest crop,
Yeah,
Victoria plums.
25. Do you need the postcode? We've got 5 tons in there. We've got nearly 10 tons in there. Don't worry about that. We'll have plenty.
We've picked over this bit now, so we've just got to move on to some more picking. So the picking crew are taking early lunch, and we've now got to have a bit of a change around and get everything over to the next bit for the next bit of picking.
It's a bit of a vintage tractor, isn't it? It seems to have got a lichen growing on it.
Yeah, it's a great tractor though. It's one of the best. It just goes and goes and goes.
Very good. Good. Sarah, just watch out for the green ones. Okay. So some of them have got the hang of it this morning very quickly, and some of them haven't, which is the usual story.
Quite a few different jobs going on at the moment, haven't you? You're organising all the picking here, and you're doing it yourself. And
Yeah.
you've got selling going on continuously.
Yeah.
So I saw you picking up a call about fruit.
Yeah. Well, we do. That's the difficult part of the job, really, selling it. Well, one of the difficult parts of the job, especially at this time of year. We've just started in on picking Vicks, and at the moment we've got a home for half of it, but we've got the other half we've got to find customers for. The market's always very, very slow in August, so we just keep the faith, keep them picked, just pick them all, put them in store, and hope they'll last long enough so we can put them on the market.
Probably haven't been waiting too long. I don't think you're working today. Order 4.
They sell well when they've all disappeared off the market, and we just hope we can store ours longer than other people.
Oh, fishing.
Oh, were you?
Oh, the coffee time.
That's what I thought. I thought you said you weren't coming in this week.
Oh,
Go get your ticket then, Roy.
What time do you start this morning?
8:15. And Tim was down here before me, loading up the trailers.
And what time will you be finished tonight?
I don't know, as soon as we can get this unloaded and wrapped.
Quite a bit to do.
Yeah.
depends. If it's going to be a cold night, I might leave these out of cold storage because they're all going for processing. And if you put warm fruit in the cold store just warms up to, it'll put several degrees on the heat of the cold store, and it's worth doing on cold nights, just leaving the fruit outside to cool naturally.
Bank holiday weekend for lots of people.
Yeah, I've never had the pleasure of having a bank holiday weekend off. Not for about as long as I can remember. It's always full on for us this time of year.